Okay, just give it a few more seconds here as folks filter into the webinar. And I want to welcome and thank you for coming. This is a great way for you to learn about these different institutions, especially in these difficult times. So it's very important that you're here. So thank you for coming to this virtual college fair. This part is really important. Any of the folks out there that have questions for any of our panelists, you need to click the Q&A button. Our panelists cannot see or hear you. So the best way to communicate is by clicking the Q&A either at the top or bottom of your screen. And you can ask a question to one of the institutions, or it could be a blanket question for them all. And they can answer that anytime throughout the 45-minute session. Just again, your microphone and your camera are off. So if you are attending this college fair, the Q&A is the best way to do that. There are more sessions. There are more sessions this evening and the next few days. So at strivescan.com, you can sign up for more. A recording of this will be available very soon, usually within a day or two, on the website, and that includes everything in the chat and the Q&A as well. So if you feel like there's information in there you weren't able to get down, you are able to download that from our website. All right. And with that, I will be kicking it off to University of Connecticut.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let me just share my screen real quick. All right. So to get started, my name is Alexandra, and I'm an admissions officer for the University of Connecticut, otherwise known as UConn. I graduated from UConn myself back in 2018 with 2 degrees, one in marketing and the other in communication. But as you'll see, there are far more programs beyond that. I tend to talk really fast when I get excited, so please bear with me if I speak too fast. I'm just super stoked to be here with you all. So to get started, we'll chat a little bit about our location. So we are located in a town called Storrs, Connecticut. We have our very own zip codes. When you come to Storrs, Connecticut, everything there is UConn. We're an hour and a half from Boston and 2.5 hours from New York City. So it's super easy to go off and explore whenever you want. We even have this organization on campus called SUBOG, and they're like the event planners of campus. So they do trips to see the Red Sox play. They've gone to see the New York Jets play. They've even gone to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. So they like to get students off campus and seeing the surrounding areas. So as you can see on the screen, there are 4 other campuses as well, but those are typically where our in-state students will go, and then they'll transfer up to Storrs. So for the purpose of this presentation, we are just going to be focusing on our Storrs main campus. So with that being said, our main campus has 19,000 undergraduate students, which may seem like a little large. When I was looking at schools, I thought 19,000 was huge. But by the time my senior year rolled around, I couldn't walk 5 feet without saying hi to someone I knew. So it really does become this small little community. We have a bunch of different lawns on campus where students will kick a soccer ball, throw a Frisbee, hang outside and eat lunch in between classes. So if you're looking for a college campus feel, you're most definitely going to get that with us at UConn. Academically, we have over 110 majors to choose from and even more minors. So lots of options. Our 10 schools and colleges are listed right here on the screen. And I know it might be a little bit small of a font, so I'll quickly go through some of our majors. We have programs like our animal science, if you want to be a vet, or our nutrition, dietetics, pathobiology. We've got our School of Business and School of Engineering, as well as our School of Education. So if anyone wants to be a teacher, you can do that. We have our sports management program, our School of Fine Arts. We have a puppetry major. We're one of 2 schools in the country to have puppetry. So if that's something you're interested in, you can come to UConn for that. We have our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which is our largest program that houses programs like biology and chemistry, but math and languages and communications and other social sciences. We have our pharmacy program, our nursing program, and our School of Social Work. But if you're looking at this and you're like, there's nothing that I see that I want to do, we even have an individualized major program, which is basically create your own major where you can pick and choose classes from different departments and make up your own program. And if you're like, nope, I have no idea what I want to study, we do have our undecided program. You can see that in the blue box in the bottom right corner. And that is basically explaining what our ACES program is. So if you have no idea what you want to do, you can come in as undecided, work with an advisor for your first 2 years to figure out what you want to do. And their whole goal is to get you to graduate within 4 years. So they're going to be your best friend throughout the major search process. Some of the fun things that we've got going on, we have 24 Division I sports teams. And the best part about being a Husky is that you get free admission to every single sporting event. All you have to do is swipe your UConn ID and you are in the basketball game, the hockey game, the football game, you name it, you're in the game for free, which is amazing. We also have over 700 clubs and organizations. Some of my personal favorite ones are the Disney at UConn Club, where they hang out and watch Disney movies every week. We have a cheer team, we have a skydiving club. So if you're a daredevil, you want to try skydiving, you can do that. We've got our marching bands, sororities, and fraternities, and you could even be the mascot. You can run around at the sporting events and try to hype up the crowd. That's probably my favorite one to see. If you're looking to get off campus and you want to go explore the world, we do have over 135 study abroad experiences for you to participate in. Any major can study abroad for any length of time. We have full year programs, semester, summer, winter. So there's no excuse to not go abroad. Some other fun things and traditions that we have, as you can see, the girl right in the middle is covered in mud head to toe. That is from our Oozball mud volleyball tournament, and it's on every UConn student's bucket list. We've also got Khalid. He was the headliner of our UConnic Music Festival, and tickets to see Khalid started at $10. We have our 1 ton Sunday event where you fill up a bucket of ice cream with as much as you can possibly fit, and it's totally free. So lots of fun things going on all the time. In terms of applying to UConn, we are test optional for the next 2 years. So sophomores and juniors, you are included under that test optional policy. We also review holistically, which means we look at everything. We don't just look at test scores and GPAs. We'll look at your essay, your letters of recommendation, and anything else you include on your application. Our deadlines, I know it's a little bit far off, but December 1st is our priority consideration for merit scholarships in the honors program, and out-of-state students can actually get up to $25,000 for scholarships. So you definitely want to make sure you apply on time. There is no additional application for scholarships or the honors program. Everyone is reviewed. So that is what I have for you. Here is my contact information. I'll leave this up for a few seconds if you want to take a screenshot or a picture of it. I'll also put it in the chat so you have that as well, but feel free to let me know if you do have any questions about UConn.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, definitely put that in the chat. I appreciate it. Next up, we have University of Massachusetts, Lowell.
All right, thank you. Let me get myself situated, of course, here, and I can begin my part. There we go, excellent. So my name is Tom Scrinchi. I am with the University of Massachusetts Lowell. I am an alum of the school. I did go here, graduated in 2010. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm definitely biased to the area, although I grew up in a different area of Massachusetts than where Lowell is. Basic facts about UMass Lowell: we are a public school in Massachusetts. We are in Lowell, which is about 35 minutes north of Boston. And of course, you can see our campus map here. We are about a medium-sized school at about 12,000 undergraduate students. This map is facing southward, just to be annoying, because every map is facing northward. But East Campus is where you'd find most of the residential halls on campus. North Campus, directly across the river, that's about a 5-minute walk. And though it might look further, it is about a 5-minute walk away. North Campus is where you find all of the engineering, science, and business programs. And South Campus, which is not crazy far away, but a 15-20-minute walk if you didn't take a shuttle, is where you find humanities, social sciences, health sciences, programs like history. That was my major, so it would be on South Campus. So there is housing on South Campus, but there's none on North. Most students live on East. So if you're looking for a map of where we are geographically, in terms of Massachusetts, that is where we are. Again, about 35 minutes north of Boston. I'm not from Lowell. I live in Lowell now, across town. So I'm very, very biased when I say I think Lowell is a fantastic part of New England, of the country to live in. You are 35 minutes to Boston, obviously the capital of the state and a great city. You're 35 minutes also to beaches, to hiking, to skiing, outdoorsy stuff. So cultural shows if you went into the cities like Boston or Worcester, and outdoorsy stuff. And it could be in inner city stuff too as well. So you have a great ability to do stuff for recreation all around the city and community of Lowell. And then of course for job placement, for co-ops, internships, research, we're going to be in a fantastic area, really a tech corridor of Massachusetts. So you have a lot of options in your academics. And UMass Lowell is a public research university, so there's a lot of opportunity and promotion for hands-on work. So you're going to have a lot of options within that. looking at some of our numbers, this is the typical pop-up thing you'd see at a college fair in the normal times, but I made it here virtually to make it somewhat kind of like that. This one covers a lot of our basic facts. About 11,500 undergraduate students. Our average class size is about 20 people. And you can see some great awards in terms of return on investment, students living on campus, all that good stuff. We also point out average GPA and SAT. UMass was actually the first public school in New England to go test optional about 5-6 years ago. So have been test optional and will continue to stay test optional for the very much foreseeable future. I don't see going away. It's been very, very positive for us. So the SATs and ACTs are not required for any major, even very competitive ones like engineering, which UMass is definitely very much known for, which leads into that. Similar to what Alexander was saying, I know you can't probably read all these majors here, but you can just kind of see how many there are. We are very much known for engineering. That is a common question we'll get is, what are you known for? That's definitely something I'm sure a lot of us representatives here. UMass is very much known for engineering, for the sciences, for STEM fields. However, as a history student, I can tell you that we were very much known for education. I changed focus within the education field, but education and the arts are definitely very, very strong. As you can see, it's pretty much quite expansive. And I always point out music. It's a hidden gem. The music program is fantastic with, I believe, 8 recording studios on campus and just amazing opportunities for students. So definitely look into music at UMass if you are into that. We do offer an honors college, and as you can see, 6 academic colleges. The honors college is open to all students. It is not a major. It's just kind of an honors program on a lot of steroids, basically. That's something that is part of the application process where you're automatically considered for the honors college. We do offer bachelor's to master's programs, very, very popular. Basically, you're getting 2 degrees in 5 years, a bachelor's and a master's degree in 5 years. We have a little over 40 master's degree programs, and a majority of them do offer a 5-year track. However, I always say that the MBA in business and education tracks are definitely the most popular for that 5-year program. As I said earlier, we are a hands-on school, and this is definitely all the different categories, although not all the different individual things you can do with hands-on learning. Co-ops are very, very popular in our engineering and sciences, where students get to work in company labs in the field and get paid for their work, and not just be an assistant getting coffee or whatever other cliche jobs they might be out there. But definitely some things you can do. They're going to be co-ops, internships. Study abroad is going to be available for every single major. As you can see, 300 programs are going to be available. Partnering with different industries, doing practicum experiences like doing teaching. Service learning is something I very much love because it is learning while providing a service. So you can give back to the community, to an individual in need, and learn, of course, and get credits towards your degree. So it's kind of like a win-win-win. So definitely a cool thing you can do. Difference Makers is kind of like the Shark Tank of UMass, if you've ever seen that show. It's not quite as intense, but you do get to compete for funding in terms of scholarships for projects you do have. I've seen students turn it into careers, so definitely a fantastic thing you can do. Just like UConn, you can be the mascot. As you can see Rowdy in the back there. I bring up the mascot because I was the mascot for 3 years. It is a awesome, very sweaty job filled with a lot of fun times, but definitely an awesome job you can do, among other things. A lot of clubs and activities you can do as well, so you can definitely do anything you want on campus. I know I'm running a little bit on time, so I'm going to skip by this. I always just tell people you can't be bored unless you're on board in person, because there's so much to do. So definitely being involved on campus and with the community nearby. Looking at the map of Lowell again, there's a lot of stuff to do off campus. I've gone skydiving through the school, ice climbing, things like that. So you definitely can't be bored. These are our admissions deadlines, although UMass has since changed to rolling admission after February 15th. So if you are thinking of still applying as a senior, you can, but I don't want to go over my time, so I will stop there, and you can find my email address and everything for tours right there. So thank you for your time and have a good evening.
Thank you. And certainly feel free to put any of that info into the chat. Next up, we have Bucknell University.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to share a little bit about Bucknell University with you. One of the things that I really love about Bucknell is the blend of a traditional liberal arts, well-rounded education where you are taking classes across all disciplines, having the opportunity for really interesting discussions that leave the classroom and follow you to your professor's office. Where our admissions office is located connects to academic buildings. And so I often get to hear students having those conversations with their professors after class as they head back to the professor's office for office hours. We're blending that kind of thinking and well-roundedness with a ton of hands-on opportunities. Built into the fabric of everything that our faculty do, our students do, is a chance to get out of the classroom, to take your ideas, turn them into something bigger, to think beyond just the classroom structure and really to put into practice what it is that you're learning. We're made up of 3,600 undergraduate students with a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and none of our classes are taught by TAs. Our size makes it really easy for you to get to know your professors, for you to get to know your peers, to build relationships across our 3 colleges, and to get those research opportunities as early as your first year, to combine really interesting and different majors. I met a student the other day who is a mechanical engineering and French double major, and when I asked him why French, he said he just liked it. So that kind of interest and combining different ideas is really common for our students. We have 3 colleges: College of Arts and Sciences, which is the largest of the 3. All students will take courses across arts and sciences. Obviously has the visual and performing arts, has the natural sciences, but also social sciences and the humanities are within this college. You have access to things like our animal behavior spaces, a costume shop, 3 different theaters, to a rooftop greenhouse, just really excellent facilities and lab spaces that are living, learning areas of campus. Our College of Engineering is one of the top undergraduate engineering programs in the country. There's 8 different disciplines here, and you are an engineer from day one. Your coursework all culminates in senior design, where you are partnered with a real client, a real company, and you are a project manager for them for the year. Previous companies have included Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Geisinger Hospital Network, which is nearby, the university itself. These students are getting a really wonderful blend between in the classroom, in the lab, and in the field. And then our Freeman College of Management has the AACSB accreditation, which only the top 5% of programs receive. So we're really proud of that. And again, these students are getting a chance to create businesses, to manage part of the university's endowment fund, and still getting a chance to understand business from a wider lens, to not just be focused on one particular area, but to have an understanding of managing for sustainability alongside of accounting. It's not just marketing, it's markets, innovation, and design is the major, because we want you to see all parts of the process. This leads our students to some really excellent outcomes and careers. Typically about 95% of a class is placed within 9 months of graduating in jobs, grad school, or volunteering. Some top companies that our students have gone to in the past are places like Deloitte, the Peace Corps, Yelp, Southwest Airlines, L'Oreal. There's a pretty wide variety of what our students end up doing after they graduate. Our alumni network is a big part of that. They're consistently giving back in terms of internship opportunities, being available just to answer your questions about a field, coming back to Bucknell. And our alumni include people like Benge Akenebe, who's been seen on shows like The Wire and The Deuce on HBO. He also was in Broadway's recent production of To Kill a Mockingbird. People like Jessica Jackley, who co-founded Kiva, which is a micro lending site. These are people who are consistently coming back to campus and giving back to our students to make sure that you have some connections, that you have somebody that you can really get to know what your industry is going to be about. While on campus, our students are highly engaged. It's not uncommon for them to be involved in 3 to 5 different things outside of their academics. We have Division I athletics. We have over 150 clubs and organizations, also club sports and intramurals, service organizations. The vast majority of our students participate in service regularly. Greek life starting sophomore year, special interest organizations, and all kinds of student support services across the campus. We, like my colleagues, read holistically. We are test optional. We will be test optional for at least the next 3 years, and offer 2 different rounds of early decision and then regular decision. We do ask for the CSS profile for need-based aid. That is something that is really important. So if you're going to apply for financial aid, you want to make sure that CSS profile is filed along with your application. We also offer merit scholarships. Most of them are pretty specific to programs like our community engagement scholarship or the PricewaterhouseCoopers scholarship that we offer as well. So those tend to require 1 or 2 additional short answer essay questions. We ask that you apply to one of our 3 colleges, so arts and sciences, engineering, or management. You can be undecided in all 3, and you have guidance all along the way. You get an advisor the summer between your senior year and your first semester on campus, so you'll always have somebody by your side. Here is my contact info, which I will also throw in the chat, and I just want to thank you all for your time and look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you, Lauren. Okay, next up we have University of Pittsburgh.
Hi there, Carrie Meeks Griffin from University of Pittsburgh, Senior Associate Director of Admissions Operations and Special Projects. Let me go ahead and get my screen shared here. I'll tell you a little bit about the University of Pittsburgh. We're one of the oldest colleges in the country, founded in 1787, 19,000 full-time undergraduates, 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, Division I athletics, members of the Atlantic Coast Conference, major Research One university. We always like to give a little shout out down there. That man in the middle is Jonas Salk. You might be familiar with him. Also consistently in the top of National Institutes of Health funding. We're an urban campus, diverse student body, students from all 50 states, a number of different countries, and also have a network of over 300,000 alumni, including myself, throughout the US and throughout the entire world. We are located in Oakland, which is a neighborhood of the city of Pittsburgh. We're right next door to Carnegie Mellon University, which we also share the neighborhood with. You can see, if you look here, that's the Cathedral of Learning, a 42 Gothic skyscraper right in the center of our campus and one of our main academic buildings. If you look to the top of the cathedral there, you can see the downtown Pittsburgh skyline. We're about 3 miles from downtown. So if you are looking for an urban environment, Pitt is definitely a great place to be. Pitt students get to utilize public transportation for free, so you can utilize everything that the city has to offer. Now, in relation to where we are from Tennessee, so we are in Pennsylvania. We're on the side of Pennsylvania that borders Ohio, so on the opposite side from Philly and New York. We do have a major airport. It's pretty easy to fly from Nashville to the city of Pittsburgh, and the airport's about a 20-minute drive from campus. Now, as I mentioned before, here's kind of the other side of what it looks like from downtown to our campus. Being so close to a city really lends itself to so many different opportunities as a Pitt student, and also having access to great food, cultural events, theater events, and of course, City of Pittsburgh sporting events as well. Now, of course, you're going to college for academics, so we got to talk a little bit about academics. We have over 100 different majors in a variety of different schools. The School of Arts and Sciences, Business, Engineering, School of Computing, Information, and Nursing are all first-year entry programs, and then we have our additional programs. If you're thinking anything medical, health-related, science-related, Pitt is probably definitely a good fit for you. But also if you're thinking anything business-related, being so close to the city really lends itself to our business program. Engineering is very strong. Our philosophy department, just new rankings came out. It's ranked 3rd in the entire country. So if you're thinking philosophy, it's a great place to be. But we have plentiful academic options at Pitt. We also, of course, have an honors college. Pitt Honors really takes your education to the next level. You would apply for Pitt Honors as part of the application process. There's an additional essay to submit as part of that process. You have access as an honors student, of course, to honors courses. You'll also have access to priority course registration and honors housing. Our honors students are very successful. They help our Pitt students compete for international scholarships, including awards like Fulbright, Goldwater Rhodes, and we're one of the top universities producers for Fulbrights. We also review you as an incoming freshman potentially for admission to that next level. If you're already thinking about that, you already know you want to go to graduate school. We do have several programs with varying criteria if you are interested in going on to graduate school. Now, of course, you're going to be learning outside the classroom. We have opportunities for undergraduate research, which can start as early as spring semester freshman year. You can also go ahead and we have our internship guarantee program, which is very popular. All students are guaranteed at least one internship, 400 plus student organizations, and also opportunity for study abroad. So the application process, just like my colleagues, we are rolling admissions. You can apply through the Common App Coalition or our own application on our website. We are test optional for all academic programs. It is a holistic review, so we do encourage you to submit supplemental information. We have a personal statement that you can complete, and also any additional information that you think will help the admissions committee get to know you better. We always encourage you to submit that information. I always like to give a shout out. Pitt is one of the top colleges that pay you back, which is definitely an example because we have a 94% placement rate for our students upon graduation, which is really exciting. Also, a couple ways to afford your Pitt education. We do automatically review all students for merit-based scholarships. We have a Pell Grant match program. We also have our own external vetted scholarship database available for all students. We're also best value among publics for 13 consecutive years and the #1 public university in the Northeast. And there is my contact information. I'm the rep for Tennessee, and I always like to give a little shout out to the Pitt Marching Band because it also looks very visually pleasing on a Zoom session, but I am a Pitt Band alum and it's one of our 400 plus organizations. So any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you very much. Okay, next up we have Salve, Regina University.
Great, thank you so much. Just gonna get the one here. Okay. So hi everyone, my name is Zachary Pereira. I am the admissions counselor for Salve Regina University from Tennessee. I'd just like to start and just talk a little bit about who we are here at Salve Regina. So we are a Mercy institution. So we are a Catholic institution founded in the tradition of the Sisters of Mercy. And basically what that means is, you know, we carry their 5 critical concerns of mercy in everything that we do. So you can see our mission statement here. We put a really strong focus on seeking wisdom, but also promoting universal justice, really working towards a world that is harmonious, just, and merciful for everybody. So the students really interested in Salve Regina University really find and identify with that mission of really giving back and helping others. If you aren't too sure where we are located, we are located in Newport, Rhode Island, and there is a map right in the middle of your screen. We're a small school, so we have 2,100 undergraduate students. We have a average class size of 19 and a faculty ratio of 14:1. You can see we're located in southern New England. I'm not sure if anyone has been to Rhode Island before. We are the biggest little state in the union, we like to say. But we are located right on the Atlantic coast, overlooking Narragansett Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. You can see on the right-hand side, that is a actual picture of our campus. Our campus is made up of 7 historic mansions and estates back from the Gilded Age. So you can actually live and take classes in the Gilded Age mansion, which is pretty cool, overlooking the ocean as well. We have 50 different academic programs here at Salve. Our biggest ones are going to be kind of some of those helping professions, education, social work, I'm just blanking a little bit. Business is a big one of ours, biology and psychology as well. We have added a few new dual degree programs as well. So you have engineering and now pharmacy as dual degree programs. We also have quite a lot of different minors and pre-professional programs that you can join and be a part of. This picture is of Ochre Court overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, which is our main administrative buildings. But the beauty of a liberal arts education is you can really mix and match your various interests. So as someone else had kind of said, you could be an engineering major and a French major. You could study dance and be a marketing major. And that's really the beauty of Salve and the beauty of a liberal arts school where you can kind of dabble in everything that you want to kind of put your hand in. Like others, we really do put a strong focus on what we term experiential learning. So basically, learning by doing, putting into practice what you're learning in the classroom. So because we are a small school and we have mainly bachelor's and undergraduate degree programs, our undergraduates are really the ones who are going to be in our biology and our chemistry labs, our natural science labs, actually using the spectrometers and the technology, rather than maybe graduate students doing that at maybe a larger institution. So that's a really positive about going to a small school and having those opportunities. We have a cultural and historic preservation program here at Salve, which is really unique across the country. So we do actually do some archaeological digs and things like that, which is really cool, and artifact analysis as well. And we have a wonderful performing arts series, performing arts programs, whether it's music, dance, theater, and all of those. Really great. We do great productions every single year. Maybe, the performing arts isn't really your thing. We also do have 20 Division III varsity sports, including 2 co-ed sports, sailing and equestrian. We have a very strong equestrian team here at Salve. We also have 80 different clubs that you can join. So, maybe if you're more interested in kind of the extracurriculars and things like that, there's definitely something for everybody here at Salve. And here's just a couple of pictures. We had Dr. Cornell West come. We have a multicultural week. We have study abroad opportunities. We have a very popular rugby team here at Salve. So there's always something to do on campus. For the application, we are part of the Common Application. So just go to commonapp.org and find us there. We do require your official high school transcript. We do require 2 letters of recommendation, and we are test optional as well. On the right-hand side, there's a couple averages there and some middle 50% data sets and stuff for you to compare and contrast. Nursing is our most popular major. We originally founded as a female-only nursing school. So it is our most competitive program still, so the averages are just a little bit higher there. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in nursing. To apply, we do have several different admissions deadlines. So our first one is November 1st. This is our early action and early decision deadline. If you're interested in nursing, this would also be the deadline for you. Our second deadline is our early action 2, so to speak. And then our final deadline is February 1st, which is our regular decision deadline. And they always throw the priority deadline for FAFSA on here, just, because you don't want to forget to fill out your FAFSA. We do have scholarships and financial aid. 99% of families receive financial assistance. We do have a merit scholarship that is automatically awarded to you if you're eligible upon acceptance into the university. Those range from about $10,000 to $25,000 per year and are renewable for all 4 years. You can see our cost of attendance below and our room and board. We do have a 3-year residency requirement. So you are required to live on campus for the first 3 years. We do offer both need-based and merit-based financial aid here at Salve. Just a couple upcoming events that we're offering, and we are doing in-person tours. We have a lot of virtual stuff that we're doing. For any of this, you can go to salve.edu/visit. All of it is right there on our website. And then just my contact information, which I'll also put into the chat, is right here. Zachary Pereira at salve.edu. All right. Thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me in the chat.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Johnson and Wales University.
Hey there. Give me 1 second while I bring up my screen here. Yay, there we go. My name is Paul Carney, and I'm an admissions representative with Johnson and Wales University. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I have 6 states in my territory: Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about who we are and where we're located. Johnson and Wales, there we go. Sorry. We have 2 campuses. Our main campus is in Providence, Rhode Island, not too far from Salve, Regina University in Newport. And it's a beautiful area up there. And we also have a campus in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Our campus in Providence, Rhode Island is our largest campus with about 10,000 students. Providence is the state capital of Rhode Island, and it's a medium-sized metropolitan area, very similar in size to Knoxville, although it's the state capital like Nashville. Our campus in Charlotte is much smaller with about 2,000 students. But Charlotte is a much bigger city, probably more similar to Memphis with about 1 million or so people. And we're probably most well known for our College of Culinary Arts. Emeril Lagasse from the Food Network is our most famous alumni. And we're also well known for our College of Business and our College of Hospitality and Tourism Management. But what makes Johnson Wales different from most other colleges and universities? There are 4 areas: our class size, experiential learning, our faculty, and the fact that we get our students to jump right in their major from the get-go. You don't wait around taking your core curriculum courses for a couple of years before you start your major. You get right in there. Our student faculty ratio is 18-1. We really focus on learning by doing experiential learning. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot in the classroom from your textbooks and your faculty, but you learn just as much with your hands, employing what you've learned in your textbooks outside of the classroom. Our faculty get to know their students, provide one-on-one guidance and support, act as their academic advisors and mentors. They're experts in their field. That's because most of them have actually worked in the field. They're not professional scholars, researchers. They've actually worked in the field of whatever they're teaching before they come to work for us. So if they're a hotel management professor, they have managed a hotel or a chain of hotels, or they've been an executive with Hyatt, Marriott, Hilton, IHG, any of the large chains. They're very dedicated to teaching, and they typically build lifelong relationships with their students. Again, like I said, you're going to jump right into your major in your freshman year, taking those classes that you're most enthusiastic about. But yeah, you're going to continue to take core curriculum courses as well: English, math, lab science, social science, humanities, fine arts courses. But we get you right into those major classes. It's an equal distribution each year while you're in college. We offer about 50 different undergraduate majors from 6 different undergraduate colleges. I'm not going to go through the list. It's fairly long, but you can go to our website and take a look at all that we have to offer. We do offer study abroad programs. We've got 80 programs in 40 countries around the globe. A lot of employers nowadays are looking for students who have global experience, who are bilingual or multilingual. If you've got any of these in your background, this will make you a very competitive candidate in the world of work when you start applying for jobs in your senior year in college. We've got about 150 different student organizations on our campuses, split across the 2. And so we encourage everybody to get involved in something while you're in school. I'm sure we've got something for just about everybody. Again, I can't go through an exhaustive list of everything. It would take up way too much time, but you can go to our website and take a look at all that we have to offer. We do have residence halls on all of our campuses, and we do require all of our freshmen and sophomores to live on campus during your freshman and sophomore year. One great thing about living on campus is the food service. Because we're very well known for our College of Culinary Arts, a lot of our student workers that work in our cafeterias are culinary majors. They are aspiring chefs, and the food service at Johnson Wales is second to none. I'm not an alumni myself. However, a good friend of mine from high school went to Johnson Wales. He's been a chef for many, many years now. And just trust me, these people know what they're doing. So you're going to eat well. And the freshman 15 is a real thing at Johnson Wales. So you'll need to walk a lot anyway. We offer Division III intercollegiate athletics, and these are the sports that we offer. They are split up between the Rhode Island campus and the North Carolina campus. We don't offer everything at both of them, so you can take a look there and see if we offer what you're interested in. We encourage you to take your first look at Johnson Wales on our website, our Explore from Home webpage. We offer virtual tours of the campus, lots of pictures, videos to just give you a feel of what it's like to be on the campus. But you really can't get that gut instinct feeling of what a place is like until you're actually there. So after you've spent a little time researching the various colleges at which you're looking, then try to visit campus. That's where you're going to get the real feel for the place. And if you really get that gut instinct feeling of this is the place for me, this is going to make me happy, this is where I'm really going to enjoy spending the next 4 years of my life. All of this starts with an application. I like that picture there of the young lady holding up her diploma. She just graduated. Probably one of the greatest days in her life. I know it was one of the greatest days in my life. And it all starts with the application, and you can apply online on our website, or we are a member of the Common Application as well. And you can apply on there. We do not charge an application fee, and we do not require the ACT or SAT for admission. We are test optional. We've always been test optional. We're on social media. You can find us on all the social media platforms. And then if you'd like to get additional information, feel free to go to our website, use your scanner to do that QR code, or you can send us a text. Again, my name is Paul Carney. Thank you all very much. And if I could ever be of any assistance, just reach out to me anytime. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much. If we could have all the panelists hop back on for a quick roundtable, I'm going to ask you this question. I gotta stop your screen share. Okay, so in the same order, what is your favorite? Oh, no, that's not the question I wanted to ask. Sorry. Okay, this is the question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process, starting with the University of Connecticut?
So the advice I'd give to you starting the search process is to just be open-minded. You never know what exactly you're going to find in a university that you may not have known it even existed. So just get out there, ask questions. That's going to be the best way to kind of figure out what's next for you.
I hate to steal something that Paul had kind of literally just said, but I think campus tours are an awesome thing to definitely do. I know it's really tough in these virtual times to take campus tours, and some schools like UMass Lowell weren't offering in-person tours for a while, so I'm kind of being a big hypocrite here. But I think if you can see the campus tours or the community, the school is within, that's a great way to kind of see if you feel at home for the next 4 years and if you like the school's environment.
My favorite piece of advice to give it is don't forget to finish high school. You still have to stay engaged and involved in what's happening in your life right now. It's so easy to get caught up in where are you going next, what's happening next, what's the college search going to be. Don't lose sight of your high school experience, because that's where you get all the rich information that you're going to share with us in your college applications, and where you continue forming and figuring out who you are. So
my advice is definitely more practical. Create a Gmail address just for your communications with colleges, and then have a folder for every college and just keep it all in there, instead of using your high school email address. But I think that's a good way to keep it organized. You have your Bucknell folder, you'll have your UConn folder, you have your Pitt folder, and just set it up so all the emails go into each folder, help you stay a little bit more organized.
That is a great piece of advice. My piece of advice would just be to seek help when you need it. I mean, the college search process and the college application process is so overwhelming and confusing, and there's a lot of terms that are new to you and your family. And we're here to help, and financial aid counselors are here to help, and your school counselors and community organizations. So no matter what part of the process you're at, there are people who are here to help you and to make it a more stressless process.
I would highly recommend visiting as many campuses as you can. I know, all these colleges are spread out far and wide across America. So I know that, costs can be prohibitive, but just, try to visit as many as you can. I've had the good fortune over the course of my life and career to have visited a lot of colleges and universities. And I've always been amazed at how different they are, the different feel, the different environments, just everything. Think about colleges and universities kind of like cars. You know, they're very different. They all do the same thing, and all of us have a car, but the car we have probably fits us perfectly. And the same is true with college.
Great advice. And the one thing I like to wrap up with is how incredibly it is, or how important it is to reach out to folks like you, because you are the experts and your goal is to help connect people to the right choice for the future. So thank you for your expertise. As you leave here, you will be asked a quick survey, and that helps us. Again, you can sign up for more sessions, and you can find the recording of this, the chat, at strivescan.com/Tennessee. And best of luck, and thank you again, panelists, and have a good night.
Thank you.